Hey kid, I heard you had a rough one today. If you want to talk about it, we can. If you don't, that's okay too. Just sit down here and let me talk for a bit. I already know how days like this go. You hit a meeting where nobody really listens to what you're saying. Or you make a mistake that wasn't even that big, but it felt huge in the moment, right in front of people you didn't want watching. Sometimes nothing dramatic even happens. It's just the slow grind of doing everything right and still feeling like it wasn't enough. By midday, you'd already used up the patience you were counting on to get through the rest of the week, and still you kept going, one meeting, one email, 1 hour at a time. I know there's a moment you keep replaying, the one where you said something and the room went quiet in a way that wasn't good, or the one where someone else got the credit for something you stayed late to finish. And it's not even the biggest thing that's ever happened to you, you know that. But knowing it doesn't stop you from going over it again and again, wondering if you handled it wrong, wondering if people are still talking about it. That feeling doesn't fade as fast as you want it to. It just sits there with you. And I bet on the way home you scrolled past someone's promotion, someone else's vacation photos. A life that looks easier than yours from the outside. You know that's not really true. You know everyone edits what they show, but knowing it doesn't stop that tightness in your chest. It doesn't stop the quiet voice asking if you're behind, if you should have figured more of this out by now. You tell yourself it's not a competition, but some days it sure feels like one you're losing. I know you stood outside for a second before you came in, keys still in your hand, not quite ready, half listening to the sound of the street settling into evening around you, just standing there in that little pocket of time where nobody's watching and you don't have to hold your face a certain way, where you don't have to perform being fine for anyone, wondering just for a second if anyone actually notices how hard you're trying, or if it all just disappears into the background of everyone else's day. That's usually the hardest minute of the whole day, harder than anything that happened at work. But you came in anyway. You didn't turn around. You didn't sit in the car a little longer than you needed to. You're here now, and that counts for something. So just sit here a minute. You don't have to say anything yet, and you don't have to explain the whole day in order for it to count. Sometimes the kindest thing isn't a question, it's just company. Someone who isn't waiting for you to perform being okay. This place smells like it always does. Oil and sawdust and something familiar underneath it. The kind of smell that doesn't ask anything of you. Let your shoulders come down, even just a little. Let your jaw unclench. Some days don't need to be explained right away, and some days don't need to be explained at all. Some days just need somewhere to land, and this can be that place for as long as you need it to be. You know, I had a day like this once. Years ago, I made a call that cost us a job we really needed, and I remember sitting in this exact spot afterward, sure I'd let everyone down. I didn't say much about it back then either. I just kept coming back to this same bench night after night until the weight started to feel manageable again. Nobody tells you that feeling doesn't go away completely no matter how old you get. It just gets a little more familiar, a little easier to sit with. That's not weakness, that's just what it costs to keep showing up. You don't have to tell me exactly what happened today. I already know it was a lot. I can see it on your face. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't matter or that tomorrow it'll magically be fine, because some days really are just heavy, and pretending otherwise doesn't help anybody. What I will tell you is this: you got up this morning. You went, even though every part of you didn't want to. You did the hard thing anyway, and that's not nothing. That's actually the whole thing. It doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're carrying something heavy and you're still walking. There's no trophy for the days that are just hard, but there's this someone noticing, someone sitting with you in it. So stay here a while longer. The work will still be there tomorrow, and so will the hard parts, but so will you, because that's what you do. Look around this workshop for a second. See that half-finished shelf over there, the one that's been sitting on the workbench for weeks? I haven't given up on it. Some days I have the energy to sand it down. Other days I just look at it and walk away, and that's fine too. Fixing things, building things, getting through hard days, none of it happens in a straight line. There's no rule that says you have to have everything figured out by tonight or even by next week. You're allowed to leave some things half finished for a while. You're allowed to come back to the same problem twice, 3 times, as many times as it takes. What matters is that you don't stop coming back to the bench. So don't put pressure on yourself to walk out of here tonight with everything solved. Just rest here a little longer. Tomorrow's version of you can pick up where tonight leaves off. That's how it's always worked around here, and it's how it'll keep working. You show up even on the days it costs you everything, and I want you to hear this clearly, not as something I'm saying just to make you feel better, but because it's true. I'm proud of you, not for how today went, not for whether it was a good day or a bad one, not for the outcome at all. I'm proud of you for the simple fact that you kept going when you didn't have to, when it would have been so much easier to stop. That's enough. You're enough, exactly as you are, on the good days and the hard ones alike, and I'll keep saying that as many times as you need to hear it.